Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. Recently, we got a news that GitHub some repositories got compromised due to a malicious VS Code extension, and that extension name is NX Console. So if you go to this VS Code marketplace, you will find this popular extension NX Console and also already 2.2 million installed, and it is from a verified publisher. And all of these extensions have one feature, which is the auto update, and due to this auto update this kind of scenario got happened. And also I have gathered 28 points that what actually got happened, and what precautions that you can take to prevent this kind of scenarios. So this video is going to be very important for you guys, and here you see this is the official post from GitHub. We are investigating unauthorized access to GitHub's internal repositories. While we currently have no evidence of impact to customer information stored outside of GitHub's internal repositories, such as our customer, enterprise, organization, and repositories, we are closely monitoring our infrastructure for follow-on activity. So they are saying that their customer information are in safe, and only some of the repositories, that is their internal repositories, that got affected. And after that they publish another post: we are sharing additional details regarding our investigation into unauthorized access to GitHub's internal repositories. Yesterday we detected and contained a compromise of an employee device involving a poisoned VS Code extension. We removed the malicious extension version, isolated the endpoint, and began incident response immediately. And also they're saying that our current assessment is that the activity involved extra filtration of GitHub's internal repositories only. The attacker's current claims of 3,800 repositories are directionally consistent with our investigation so far. So attackers actually have posted on internet that they have the access to the 4,000, around 4,000 internal repositories of GitHub. And you see that on this Akido or on the where they have covered this news in a proper way. And the team that got involved, they wrote the team name is TeamPCP. So TeamPCP appears to be financially motivated and often deploys ransomware or data extortion campaigns against its targets, though it also appears willing to sell victims' data to any buyer. So in the most recent cases of GitHub, for instance, it wrote on its beach forums. So there is a forums for this kind of cyber criminal activities, and they told that this is not a ransom. We do not care about extorting GitHub. I one buyer and we share the data on our end. So if they find any buyer who are interested to take or to buy the GitHub's this repositories, this data, then they will completely sell them. Okay. Now another thing is that this is the actually whole scenario that we have covered. On Tuesday night, open source code platform GitHub announced that it has been breached by the hackers in one such software supply chain attack. And this is a currently popular attack, this software supply chain attack. So what actually got happened? The first point that I want to discuss. So as I mentioned that I have gathered 28 points. The first point is initial compromise happened earlier. Why? So the thing is that if you go to this Akido, this blog, then you will find this line. The root cause was a contributor's GitHub token that had been scrapped in an earlier supply chain attack and then used to publish the malicious release. The publishing pipeline accepted the stolen token at face value, which was all the attackers needed. So they have found that this token that the team got due to the earlier supply chain attack, not because of NX console compromised. Okay, so they had the information previously and they used that information and attacked this NX console. Now the second point, why attackers targeted NX console? Because in VS Code you will see that there are a lot of extensions are there in this extension marketplace. Then why NX console? So basically this NX console is used by very big companies. They use this NX console to manage their project because NS console provides some of the options and you don't have to write the commands manually in your terminal, and they provide many graphs. Like see here, this kind of graph you will get, and also for build, for testing, they provide some of the use cases, some of the commands and interface, so it is easy for the developers to manage the whole project. And you also have seen that it has the 2.2 million installs, and it is from the verified publishers, so that's why they targeted this highly trusted extension. Now what got happened, the third point, malicious extensions uploaded. So if you go to this block again, and if I show you the timeline, so this is the timeline. On May 18, version 18.95.0 of the NX console extension was uploaded to the VS Code marketplace at 12:30 UTC, and Microsoft did not flag the upload. The NX maintainer did not receive the marketplace upload notification email until 12:36, 6 minutes later. The compromised field was unpublished at 12:47, and Microsoft fully registered the takedown at 12:48. The total exposure on the VS Studio marketplace about 18 minutes. This is a very important part. Okay, and if you want to see the timeline, here you see this is the NX console, this issue page, where they have written this compromised NX console version 18.95.0, and if you scroll down, then here you see this is the timeline that they have shared. This is the timeline. So around 12:30 the issue got happened, and after that there was a takedown notice from Microsoft around 12:48. So 48 minus 30, it is around 18 minutes. And also not only the VS Code, if you see this Open VSX registry. So Open VSX registry is for the VS compatible editor like Winesurf, Cursor. They are the kind of VS compatible editor, and if any of the extensions they want to use like the VS Code have, then they can use it from the VS Open VSX registry. And inside this Open VSX also there is a extension NX console. So if I search it, here you see this NX console. It was there, and OpenVSX also got affected due to this, and the exposure time was also very longer than the VS Code. Okay, now the question that will come in your mind, the fifth point. My marketplace did not detect the malware. Why marketplace did not detect the malware? Because no automatic security system blocked the upload. When the attackers uploaded the malicious extension, there was no review, no cooldown existed before the public release. And the sixth point is maintainers did not know immediately. So NX maintainers only received the upload notification email around 12:36, as I have already told you. So again I am showing you. Here you see that around 12:30 it was published, this malicious extension, and after that 6 minutes later, here you see 12:36, NX maintainer received the email that it was uploaded to the marketplace by some attackers, and after that they found that it is a malicious extension, and they got the takedown notice from the Microsoft around 12:48. Now the eighth point is malware spread within minutes. Why? Because developer did not need to manually install anything. Simply having this NX console installed with auto update enabled, it is enough for installing the malicious extension. And as I told you that the timing was total 18 minutes. So this total 18 minutes was enough because NX console was already existed on millions of machines, and many developers keep the extensions tab open constantly, and auto sync, auto update happens aggressively. And what information that I have got from internet, that attackers injected only 2.7 KB of malicious JavaScript, and we all know that these extensions permissions are extremely powerful. Most of the VS Code extensions can access the source code, the terminals, the .env files, Git credential, and SSH keys, cloud tokens, or the CI/CD secrets. So one infected laptop can compromise the entire companies. If you are using this NX console and if this extension got affected, then you as a developer, your machines often hold the production credentials, right? So a single compromise can expose the repositories, the cloud infrastructure, the deployment system, and also the internal APIs. So from some reports, I have found that one infected machine belonged to a GitHub employee, and that become the entry point into GitHub internal repository, or you can say internal system. An attacker reportedly stole data from around 4,000 internal repositories. And current report says from the GitHub official website that user repositories were not stolen, but the internal code or the operational data that GitHub has that may have got exposed. Okay, I will give this Akido this blog post in description. Then you will understand a lot of things. Here you see that similar kind of attack was happened in November 2025, and it happened with the async APIs. So async API compromised in November 2025, and the same pattern got involved: stolen tokens, malicious extension, and also the auto update distribution. And here you see malicious version of the async API VS Code extension. So if I go to again this marketplace and search there the async API, then you will find that async API. So here you see there are lots of extension for this async API, right? The similar kind of attack got happened in November 2025. And the core root problem, if I talk about, it is due to the token. So as I told you already, this portion that somehow previously the attackers got access to the token, and after that they used that token to publish the malicious extension. So here the model, the marketplace trust model is kind of valid token means a trusted publisher. So if the attacker steals the token, they instantly becomes the trusted publisher. There is no other verification. Okay. And why attackers love this strategy? Because no phishing needed, no fake website needed. Just use the token and you will become the valid publisher, and existing trusted software distributes the malicious automatically, or the malware automatically. And the thing is that attackers actually compromised a trusted development tool instead of attacking the users directly. And some security experts also giving the recommendation that you should rotate the all credentials immediately, like GitHub tokens, the SSH keys. Here you see this portion you will see. We moved quickly to reduce risk. Critical secrets were rotated yesterday and overnight with the highest impact credential prioritized first. So like NPM tokens, SSH keys, and cloud secrets, you have to rotate this immediately if you also got affected. And the main lessons from this incident is that auto updating the developers tools like this extension, it can create a massive security risk when the publisher's account are compromised. See, if you don't enable this auto update, then the malicious extension that got published, you will also not update your current extension, right? But if you enable this auto update, then when they will publish the malicious extension, your system or your VS Code marketplace also will update it, right? As you have seen that after 6 minutes they got the notification. Here you see around 12:36. So before updating the extension in your machine, if they get the notification that someone has published the malicious extension, then they can take the action. But if you enable this auto update, and your total project repositories will get affected, right? Now, from this kind of incidents, what I have found that modern attackers increasingly target the NPM, GitHub Actions, Docker, and also means Docker images and VS Code extensions, because these are the kind of tool, and compromising a developer tool, it actually scales better because most of the developers are using this tool. So if they can actually destroy the tool, then it will affect most of the developers, and which is very easy than attacking the users individually, right? So these are the things, guys, that I wanted to share with you, the whole event, the whole incident, what actually got happened. If you have found this video helpful, uh, please make sure to like this video to get the latest AI notification what is happening. And please don't forget to watch the other videos, and please subscribe it. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.